I'm Rajan Varshney from NTPC. I'm looking after new initiatives at Corporate Center. Now, this presentation is about how we can convert waste into wealth and effectively into hydrogen, because hydrogen helps us in fighting climate change. It combats climate change basically in two ways. Like when it is used as a fuel, it doesn't produce any carbon dioxide or any other pollutants. Only steam is generated or water is generated. Secondly, if hydrogen is made from waste or any other material, other things like CO2, etc., can be combined with this hydrogen to produce biofuels. So, overall, CO2 levels or CO2 equivalent of GHG equivalents remain same. We don't produce new GHGs in the process of using hydrogen, or when hydrogen attracts available CO2, only that is released in different usages. So we are seeing that climate change is a big problem. Weather patterns are changing, glaciers are melting, low-lying areas are covered by sea now. You see in Europe there is so high temperature and all. And ultimately this all is changing our rain patterns, crop patterns. So ultimately for surviving, where will be the food if we are not able to continue our agricultural practices? So we have to control GHGs, greenhouse gases, which result in rise in temperature. So in various COP like 27, 26, now it will be COP 28, the target has been fixed as 1.5 degree temperature rise by the end of the century. So we are already at around 1.2 degree. So we have very little time to change the temperature rise trajectory. So now we'll see how different ways emit CH4, methane and other things, and methane is 84 times more potent than CO2. So if we leave the waste to deteriorate on its own, decompose on its own, methane gets liberated. Now we have to control methane. Even if we use it, burn it, then CO2 is produced. Although CO2 level won't increase, but still, if we can use it in a better manner, which is converting it to hydrogen. So in next few slides, we'll see that. जल्दी जल्दी चेंज करते जाइए. We are our 15 out of world's top 20 most polluted cities are in India. So we have to fight pollution also. Now if we don't use this opportunity, which is some investment will be there, say 11 trillion as per Deloitte report, but if we don't use this opportunity, more losses will be there, more health losses will be there. In Montana, in US, children have won the court case that state is not protecting their right of good environment. So if we have to control GHGs, we have to control CO2 and other, we have to manage the waste properly. The world is generating so much waste every day. If we convert this to good, clean fuels like hydrogen and other things, we can avoid using petroleum products. Drilling for petroleum products won't be required. Hydrogen is such a versatile chemical that it can help as connecting various sectors. Like it can be used as a feedstock, it can be used as a fuel, it can be used for other things. Like we have seen in Winter Olympics in China and Tokyo Olympics also, total games village have been on the hydrogen. Transport, cooking, heating, cooling, everything. और चेंज करते जाइए, ये और भी कर दीजिए. Many companies are coming in which are converting waste to hydrogen and biochar or carbon black or graphene, carbon nanoparticles, carbon nanotubes, etc. This is one company in US, Canada, Panasonic, which is into this. Then various other companies like H2 Industries in Egypt and Oman is handling many projects for hydrogen making from the waste. SGH2 is again making waste to hydrogen. Waste2H is also coming up with their technique. And other big companies are also coming into this field. Or we can, yeah. So basically, even if biogas is generated, it can also be converted to hydrogen directly through dry reforming. This company is doing that. Other basic techniques are anaerobic digestion followed by steam methane reforming or methane pyrolysis or methane splitting. Otherwise, second method is we gasify the waste, or we use plasma techniques, or we use pyrolysis. Then other thing is we can use microbial techniques where microbial consortia, there are such bacteria developed or exist in the waste which eat the waste and generate hydrogen. So it becomes very much cheap also. It can be at very low scale also. Hydrogen produced in a decentralized manner near the point of use using microbes cuts down the transport and storage expenses also. We generate it when it is required and use it. Say we have to fill 5 kg in car, we put a buffer and use that, fill that car cylinder. These are some examples of steam methane reforming. China is having good SMR base. Even India is also developing this. Nanozol is a startup which I use for SMR. They gave me a system in hardly 52,000 rupees, small system. Now this methane reforming, methane pyrolysis is, Monolith USA has done a commercial plant in California. Other companies are also coming up in methane pyrolysis. Hazer in Australia, C0 in USA, and various other companies are coming up in this. Next. Levidian is converting methane into hydrogen and graphene. Graphene sells at 5,000 rupees per kg. So hydrogen cost is just like negative. So we can have cheaper hydrogen and we can have graphene, which is a very versatile product. So these are all coming up from the waste itself, because biomethane is being made from the waste. So this is an Indian company, Pagnism Innovations. They have developed a methane pyrolysis reactor, Rudra. It is even being supplied to Israel also. Then this IISc has developed one technique for biomass gasification, and they generate hydrogen out of it. Then this Boson Energy is a Luxembourg company. It has also developed a technique of plasma gasification. Further, if we see that if we don't use waste and use our renewable energy like PV, solar, etc., then lot of area is required for creating that energy. And then if we use that energy to produce hydrogen via electrolyzer, again electrolyzer is only used during the day. So to use it 24/7, we have to have hydrogen storage and use it during the time when sunlight is not there. So this is waste eating microbes, which is called microbial electrochemical technique, and this also generates quite cheap rate hydrogen at good quality purity. So if we see that if we go by EVs, then so many lithium, cadmium and other chemicals, metals are required which are not found in India. So if we go for EVs, electric storage, etc., we are dependent on the other countries. So if we go for hydrogen's ecosystem, it doesn't require these precious metals, imported metals, and we can have everything built in India, made in India. These hydrogen in CNG notification, this 585E, I got it issued in September 20. Then this is like Mr. Nitin Gadkari launched this hydrogen car, Toyota Mirai, on 16 March. Then this HCNG buses were run by DTC for 6 months. 50 buses were run, and the results are everywhere to see. Without any extra cost, lot of pollution was decreasing. Then now this hydrogen can be used for repowering our coal-fired plants. Instead of firing coal, we can use hydrogen there. Similarly, we can co-fire, reduce the coal, so CO2 intensity gets reduced. Or we can fire methane, ammonia also, convert hydrogen to ammonia and then co-fire with the coal. So, and we see that hydrogen ecosystem has to develop, and there are a lot of strengths in the hydrogen economy. A lot of opportunities are there. People are demanding this. Government is ready to do this. Financial institutions are coming into it. I would request SIDBI and IREDA to finance this renewable part of economy also. So this, if carbon market develops, the policies are supporting this decentralized waste to hydrogen, lot of improvement can be there. So there are a lot of advantages if we convert our waste to hydrogen, and landfill sites will be unlocked. Precious landfill sites in the cities will be unlocked. So summing up, hydrogen from waste is a game changer. We can develop at present also, if from waste, clean hydrogen, even carbon negative hydrogen at rupees 80 per kg. It is no dream. Like everyone is saying, $1 per kg. Hydrogen will come in 2030. It is even today available. Recently, Tata Steel has fired hydrogen in their blast furnace. It came at rupees 30 per kg from microbes, and it was generated from their ETP inlet, wastewater only. So as a conclusion, we can say that waste to hydrogen is greener than green. Green H2 is a multi-decade opportunity. We should leap onto it. It is a triple P, planet, people and prosperity. Everyone is the winner. Thank you.